for your like brains? Like, how do you approach brains? Because I don't know how that things work seriously. Like most of the time, like
So here in Kenya, it's more about networking. But before you get to the point where you can network with people to get these brand deals, it
yeah,
is all about your hard work and ensuring that you are on the map. I remember before I got a brand deal, I remember I was doing content and I was not getting the deals. And I did not know anyone who I would talk to or somebody I'd talk to help me get deals. So what I did was I just gave myself a target. I was like, for the next 30 videos, I do not
yeah,
want any video that's less than 100,000 on TikTok and not less than 50K on Instagram. So I gave myself a threshold. So doing that, I attracted some brands
yeah,
and attracting some brands in the process. I came to know that with this entertainment industry, these people are at events, are at there are workshops that happen. So
yeah,
when
yeah,
you go to events, you get to talk with people. People know you, will know what you do, because at times when these guys are looking for influencers or even people to market their brands,
yeah.
they think hard of people they could think of. But if you network with them, you will
Mm-hmm.
definitely be one of the first people on their minds. So attending events is a very, very, very crucial thing for me, actually. And when I go for events, I always ensure that I am in the VIP section, because in the VIP section, that is where you can work with the top people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You get
Okay,
to meet
okay.
other creators that have
Mm,
experience in the industry. They
yeah.
also, we as creators are also usually asked, do you know anyone who can do this and that? So if you're at the top of the mind of some people, you can definitely get these gigs. So
Uh,
also workshops very important, because since the content creating space is growing very fast, there are numerous workshops that come up, especially they are set up by agencies, the marketing agencies. And yeah, so knowing well these marketing agencies, for example, here in Kenya, the biggest marketing agency so far is Wowzy. I don't know if it's in South Africa.
what's the name? Wowzy.
Yeah, Wowzy.
Wowzy, wowzy. It might be, but I really never heard
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, so it's one of the biggest marketing agencies here.
Yeah,
So when you get to attend their workshops, you get to meet the strategists, you get to meet other creators as well.
yeah.
And but the most important thing for me, I think, is numbers and ensuring the content is there at the top. That's the most important thing. Yeah,
That's
because
that. Yo, nice, nice. Guys, if you're watching this, please hit the button subscribe, activate the bell notification, hit the button like, share this to your story, Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, and everywhere. I mean, we got today. This is the real teacher, bro. Like, are you how are you like the number one content creator in Kenya? Like, I'm not talking
uh,
about listen.
yeah,
I'm not talking
yeah,
about being
yeah.
better or being whatever. Like, I'm talking about numbers, like statistically. Are you?
In terms of statistics, I am not even the top, but in terms of numbers, on TikTok, I might be part of the top 10.
Top 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
top
Okay.
10. On
Yeah.
Instagram,
Yeah.
I think I'm not even part of the top 50. Yeah, but I
Bro,
can
but
say
yeah. Yeah.
in terms of international numbers, I might say I am one of the top, because
Exactly.
I'm one of the creators that usually engages a lot of English in his content. So I have a
Yeah.
broad viewership outside. So I'd even say I'm one of the top, excluding Elsa Majimbo from the list.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly. But in terms of like content recognition, like, do you reckon that your content is better more than so many people? It's not just about number, it's not just about statistics. I always
yeah,
say, like, we cannot really compare talent and success. Some people can be successful because they got so many pushed, and some people can be better but they don't have a lot of push. Do you understand what I'm trying to
yeah,
say?
yeah,
You
yeah,
see?
yeah.
in terms
Yeah.
of like, do you recon like, because for me, like, your contents are top notch. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I've seen so many people, like I know so many people, but you are a great content creator, man.
Thank you. So I think in terms of what I can say, what determines that you're one of the top content creators is an all-rounded thing. It starts
Yeah,
from your content, it goes up to your numbers, it goes up to your branding as well, because in as much as you're this type of content creator, when people see you off camera, what vibe do you bring? When they see you, do they see a star? That is something that is also very important. The PR, the marketing is also quite key here in Kenya, because
yeah,
when you look at the top creators, I'd say one who's considered the best here in Kenya, I'd say he's not literally the best, but he's done the work in terms of PR, in terms of marketing, in terms of branding
marketing.
himself. Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, the quality of content that you put out there, for me, quality is king. Quality is literally everything, because
yeah,
remember I told you there's a point I lost my camera, and I remember
yeah,
there was a
yeah.
time I told my friends, if we do not have this camera, there are some scripts we are not doing.
Yo,
you know,
shame, man. I'm
because
sorry, man.
I was really key for that quality, because I knew that quality is what is going to take me to the next level. In terms
Yeah,
of content creators here in Kenya, there are so many content creators, so
yeah,
many in Kenya. Now, that one thing that would definitely put me apart from everyone else was quality, and the fact that my content also gets to hit the international airwaves as well. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So you can't just wake up and say you're the greatest, but at the end of the day, in your mind or in your head, when you wake up knowing that you're the best in whatever you do and how you do things. Because even
That's
for me, yeah,
yeah,
with everyone that I work with, especially for skits, I work with people who work with other content creators. I like them having this thought or this culture of knowing that Chiche is the best. Chiche is the place where when I work with Chiche, that is where I am more comfortable and most creative.
yeah,
That is the
yeah,
idea I like putting out in people's heads. And I think with
yeah.
that, at the end of it, hopefully with time, you get considered as one of the best, because I realized
Time will
when I
tell, man.
went quiet, my content spoke for me, because even in the streets, I can hardly go a minute without anyone saying hi.
Bro, how do you
Yeah,
how do you feel about that, bro? Like, you got 2 millions watching you from TikTok,
yeah.
600,000 on Instagram. How do you feel like about that? First of all, yeah, how do you feel about that?
I think for me, it's more of I wouldn't say it's a big feeling that I'd say really
Yeah,
mesmerizes
bro,
me
it's a
to
big
the
feeling,
because
bro. It's a big feeling. Two
let me
millions.
let me let me try and explain it to you. It's because I think over time I've really worked hard. That the many numbers to me are a normal thing, you know. At
Yeah,
times I even sat down recently, and there was a brand that I did a video for them.
yeah.
The video was at 40,000, I think, in 2 days, and I was like, that is very terrible. I was like, that is very terrible. And
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
brand guys, they were like, wow, those numbers are so massive, And
Okay.
I'm so used to having like
Big
200K in,
numbers.
that's the least I'm used to having. So I think also having it in my head that these numbers are a norm, to ensure that
Yeah,
these things, to be the best, you need to to enjoy the atmosphere of being the best. I think make it a
exactly.
norm.
Exactly.
That is one
Exactly.
thing that I've done, so that
Yeah.
it also does not get into my head. Cools
Yeah.
down the you know it
Yeah.
helps me to be humble in certain cases.
Exactly.
Yeah, and also connect well with the people who make me who I am. Yeah,
Never forget the people that get you to where you are,
yeah,
bro. Like, wow, it's
yeah.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. You're such a humble person. It's not everybody like with your number that can. I'm gonna be honest with you. People are looking for fame in
Yeah,
other way. People
yeah,
like you can even somebody with 10K followers. They ish. I mean, like
yeah. I understand where you come from.
like seriously. I always tell God like whatever. Anytime I'm gonna be big, I never wanted to be that type of person. Like you know,
Yeah,
it's just not a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yes,
Because
yes,
I
yes.
believe